Alright everybody, welcome back. Back over here at Legacy Garage, doing our thing. So, this poor car here has some extra parts on it. Has some extra bars on it. We've been busy rocking it out. Now, what you're going to see next is how we got there. So, we're going to rock out to some PJ North in the background, and we'll go through some pictures, and I got some time lapses of some of the work, some of the welding, and show y'all what we're doing. You ready? Let's go.
The question I get asked all the time is, why do you do this? Why do you spend long nights in garages and spend all the money you make and drive hundreds of miles to places in the middle of nowhere? That answer's simple. I do it all for the glory. They keep asking me, what's it all about? I say to be mentioned in the likes of AD South. I say the big checks and the word of mouth. Legend spread about how you wouldn't stage. It was a burn down. It's a way of life. Wouldn't get it unless you heard me. Chase this dream, often and early. Just trying to do the unthinkable. Both millions, 1 year, a young Jeff Verdi. It doesn't matter how you get to the track. Street or strip, just bring the cash. When to pay that rent, like I'm AJ Ash. Night moves like a Bird Jones. No duck here, you won't hear us quack. We built these cars and you can bury me. No regard for our own lives, it's a scary thing. If you want your split, then you can visit Dairy Queen. Cause if I'm in the other lane, I'm coming for everything. They keep asking me, well, how do you know? It's B-double-O, take double-O. It's race loud, it's skip behind. It's all about that wallet. They ask why we do it. I just say I did it all on the glory. We all have our heroes, but ours race pants. A fight out there, but at the end we shake hands. A family affair, there's no fake friends. The Bogakis and Bohannons like the Fletchers and the Richardsons. If you're a folk out here, you're probably well known. Tommy Phillips type guy, always in the zone. Top fuel feel hot, get blown. Well, Camper ask you do it on your own. Be Houston race when your first race like it's nothing. And get your first Wally dry hop Chase Upman. Your first world title, me ain't that something. Beyond knowing get 50, who didn't see that coming? It couldn't be done, but no one would believe him. Double up in Gainesville, don't need another reason. Jeff Strickland to the front, sticker punk, that's 2 world championships, 1 season. They keep asking me, man, how do you know? It's B-double-O, take double-O.
Alright, here we go. Look at that. Got our door bars done. Got some paint on them. I got a little dirt to sand out of this one if I really want to get picky about it, but probably should have blew the car off before I painted it. But look, they're on, they're painted. I think it's finally time for some assembly on this poor old girl. But let me first go see what Reedy needs. What's Reedy need?
I accidentally did the same thing I did
Oh,
last time.
did you break YouTube?
No.
It's race line, it's skip behind. It's all about that wallet. They ask why we do it. I just say I did it all for the glory. Who's for the hook and the data from a race pack? No longer racing Bristol, calling Tommy Cable's racetrack. We don't need that stripe. We can park or make a street double up like All-Star Trevor Lawson. Everybody's not like sometimes you play the villain or you're better than the rest of them. Gary and Troy Williams. If you need a rocket ship, that's Bo, he knows. See me for a second and I'm gone. It's a peace show. All it takes is a few wins, even a 50, a Foley, a Ross, to call you a Matt Diddy. VP gives me the power, that's what I say. You're a nobody till you win it at Pennington Raceway. Big ups to JJ or that young boy Gage. It's a youth movement. Little Bill Ellison brothers, even at 10 years. Logan Westmoreland knows exactly where we do that. They keep asking me, well, how do you know? It's B-double-O, take double-O.
Big things are happening here, boys and girls. Well, that was a heck of a day of work here today. It was almost emotional. see what we did. There's a lot more parts on this thing for just an afternoon. Now the motor's just sitting in there. We ain't nothing behind it. Don't even have a flex plate, but that was just to keep the weight down, so I could put the suspension on and compress the springs. So I actually cut a coil off of this one, and I left that one full length. So we're gonna put it down, and we're gonna see how much that was, and if this was enough, and then we'll cut the other one. I might have screwed up. We'll see. These are actually 150 pound springs, so it's about the lightest you can get. Of course, this old girl doesn't have any weight on the front, so I still cut a coil off of that. I think that's gonna work. Hopefully this side will work. Hopefully I can cut the coil off of that and everything will be even, and hopefully I don't have to buy another spring. So we'll just have to see how much they compress. But here we got as I called it before, got that AutoFab jewelry, baby. And so far it's looking pretty good. Everything lined up good. Motor mounts lined up good on the PA subframe. So yeah. That was pretty big. That was a pretty big deal. Still a lot of work to do. I got to get different bolts for the Wilwood rotors because they hit. Apparently I ordered the wrong ones. Got to do that before I can even get it back on the ground, and then we'll start seeing where the suspension lays. Pretty big deal. For a while I didn't really think I'd ever get back to this point. This is pretty cool. You ready for this? 2 years. Since this thing has been on the ground. Don't laugh when the suspension isn't right, because I cut a coil out of one spring just to see how it would look. And yeah, it might not have brakes, and it might be trying to roll away, but
It's rain slide, it's get behind, it's all about that wilding. They ask why we do it, I just say I did it all for the glory. They keep asking me, well, how do you know? And let's speed up alone, ain't come along. And it's rain slide, it's get behind, it's all about that wilding. They ask why we do it, I just say I did it all.
how you like that, Matt?
Did it all for the glory.